everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum Channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to In Your Face. As the making of this video, it's November 2020. I hope all of you have remained safe in this very unusual and trying year. It has been a weird year, to say the least. If you're not familiar with this particular series, let me say right now, In Your Face was originally designed to, metaphorically speaking, it was designed to kind of grab you by the collar and say, this is how the world works. Unfortunately, that is not how it ended up. We ended up getting into all sorts of other things, and the series never never went the direction it was supposed to. So as the making of this video, we are getting towards some of the last videos for In Your Face, because at the end of 2020, this series goes away and a whole new series will take its place, hopefully right in the beginning of 2021. So that is the plan. But if y'all know how the things go here on the Prince Magnum Channel, nothing exactly always goes according to plan. But now that I have said that, currently the Prince Magnum Channel is working full-time with a content creator group called the Eclipse. Now, before I go into that and the main objective of this video, let me explain to you all what a content creator support group is. If you run live streams or do videos on, say, like Facebook, YouTube, which is what we do, YouTube. If you do live streams on Twitch, and I think Periscope is still around. I know Mixer, I don't think Mixer is anymore, but if you do all of these other platforms, and you do, content creator here on the internet, you know that it can become very difficult. So, to get your name out and things like that, what a content creator support group does is we shout out, people within our in our group. We go over and try to support them. We try to bring as many friends as possible, and those are just a handful of the things that we do. But by and large, what the Prince Magnum Channel does a lot of, because we stay pretty busy. I would still work for a living. We're not that set. And that's sort of what we provide is helpful tips on editing skills. We give suggestions to kind of help people improve their channels. And we even provide constructive criticism. And more than anything, what the real crux of what a support group like I'm describing really also needs to provide. There are days it is just hard to be a content creator. It is very difficult to be a content creator. And no matter how thick-skinned you get, you have to talk about it. You need people who understand you. Other content creators will understand you. And that is what a support group really, that's the main purpose of a support group. So as I mentioned, I became a full-time member of the Eclipse, which has an interesting backstory in itself. These guys are really awesome. They've kind of really opened up their ranks, and when they shout me out, they say, the Prince Magnum Channel is a force to be reckoned with. And here on YouTube and several other platforms, you commonly hear, that, this is a badass channel, this is a badass channel. And because of that, when the members of the Eclipse go and say, this is an awesome channel, this is a kick-ass channel, the last thing that I want anyone to do is to come to my channel and not be impressed and not be blown away. I want the members of the Eclipse to honestly feel like when I put out content and they say that the Prince Magnum Channel is kick-ass, I want anyone that they say that to. I want to back up what they're saying, because I will say it right now, the members of the Eclipse, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, it doesn't matter, they put out solid content, so much so that I actually feel like I'm probably in one of the most illustrious groups you could ever ask for. Just top-notch group. So, now that I've said all of that, I want to say right now that, we hear that term badass thrown around a lot. Now it's time for the Prince Magnum Channel to back up what we say. So, I will see all of you on the other side of this.
Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music, like old times. Look, now I'll start the melody on the organ.
That's the breakdown.
Of house.
Hey Spirit, you ready for your close-up?
Wait forever if you want me to. Saving on my love for you. Wait forever if you want me to. Saving on my love for you.
And welcome back. I hope all of you enjoyed that. Now, there's a lot of things that we really just could not put in that video montage. There's a lot of things we just could not put in there. Most importantly, right out of the gate, the Prince Magnum channel is credited, because of a lot of the stuff that you've seen where I was on stage and running a hot bubble bath for my wife, and which we did a whole video series on. We did all these amazing things like that. And I'm going to say it right now, where I live, I have unofficially been named one of the most romantic husbands where I live, because of the work that I've done here on YouTube. Now that I've also said that, the Prince Magnum channel has been involved in numerous charities even before we even got to 100 subscribers, and of course now we're well over 1,000. We're moving right along towards that 1.1 thousand subscribers, and we have been, long before this point, we have been involved in charity events in our area. As a matter of fact, the Prince Magnum channel, one of the very first ones we did, how cliche is this, we actually, our very second car show we ever did, all the proceeds went for research to find a cure for blindness, especially in children. So we were already there, working within the community. The Prince Magnum channel has also been credited, for causing some of the reforms in the town that I live in. As a matter of fact, a beautification project is still underway and has been now for close to 4 years. Along with that, the Prince Magnum channel also caused reforms within the judicial system in the county I live in, and those changes are still being made as we speak within the political scene in the area I live in. Local politics, we have been involved in causing reforms there. But I think the biggest one, and I didn't, it was one of those things, someone had to point it out to me. Someone actually had to point it out to me. The Prince Magnum channel is the first platform, and we'll even go so far, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Periscope. I think Periscope's still around again. Just you name the platform, we'll even say even television. We are the first in the world to bring both custom cars and romance together in the is part of its main platform. We're the first, to my knowledge, in the world. Somebody called Guinness. That's been a running joke here on the channel. So we, to my knowledge, we own those rights. So now that I've said that, the Prince Magnum channel has been, if you will, been redefining badass for quite some time. And again, became members of an illustrious group, a content creator support group called the Eclipse. It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of such a group. Some wonderful people that, that not only will say, shout me out and that sort of thing. It gives me some place where, people who understand what it's like to be a content creator, and and I will also say that their content is as kick-ass as we do here on the Prince Magnum channel. So when I say that they can back up, that word badass, and they say that the Prince Magnum channel can back up that word badass, you guys now definitely know, as we get ready to close out this video, exactly what badass is. So basically, the Prince Magnum channel and the Eclipse are setting that bar pretty doggone high, because, hey, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. We're getting close to monetization again. All right. So that brings us to a good stopping point. I know some of it almost sounded like I think I made sense in all of this. It's early in the morning, and Princess Faye will actually be home from her new job. Just one of them things. So as this is one of the last created videos for In Your Face, be sure to smash that like button, and if you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button twice. Yeah. Along with that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you might want to consider doing so at this time. As we're going into the year 2021, we've got content carrying us well into this next year. So that's one of those things. You might want to get in on it. See what's what. And if you're a content creator, you might be able to pick up a few ideas. That also being said, if you are just hitting that subscribe button for the very first time, ding that bell. Unfortunately, the subscribe button still doesn't mean as much as it once did here on YouTube. I guess you could say it's kind of broken. So you ding that bell, so hopefully you get a notification when we go live or upload a brand new video. Along with that, we let out a certain way here on the Prince Magnum channel, and at some point we need to dive into what all of that means, so if you're kind of lost, you understand it. Because there's a lot of you that are fairly new to the channel as the making of this video. So, the way we typically let out is get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, for every last one of you, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.